Welcome to the first episode of Gun Review. And in this episode, we're going to be reviewing a default gun. And it's basically the first gun you see when you enter Fan Forces. And this gun is going to be the AK-12. The AK-12 is a very nice gun. It is surprisingly OP for a default gun, and if used properly, it can become a really nice gun. So, yeah, and I'm gonna be reviewing the gun today. And don't worry, guys, my information will all be correct and accurate, so you guys do not have to worry. And yeah, now the AK-12. I'm gonna firstly do some history about it, but it's only gonna be a little. If you want to know more history about the weapon, then go search it up. But the AK-12 is a Kalashnikov gun, basically a company or a series of guns that creates the AKs, or creates the AKs. So yeah, it is the newest version of the Kalashnikov series, and this model, the gun you see right here, this model, not the color or anything, it's just a skin, but this model is based off the 2012 series. I think this gun was made in 2010, but this model was based on 2012 series, and yeah, it was also remodeled in the It was also remodeled in 2015, 2016, and all that. Or maybe it's 2016, 2018, but I don't know. I'm kind of unclear on that, but yeah. Now enough about information. Let's get on to the analysis. Now the AK-12 is a very balanced gun. Okay, I'm just gonna start off by saying that. And yeah, it is a very balanced gun. It has okay rate of fire and virtually no recoil at all, so it's very easy for starters to use because it has easy recoil, its handling is easy, and it's basically very easy to use. Like, a good part about this gun, because it was meant to be easy to use, right? Because it's a gun meant for people who haven't even played the game yet, or people who are starting to play the game. So, yeah. And the gun has 3 modes. One is the auto mode, the second is the burst, and the third is the semi. And just take a mental note, guys. Never use the semi version at all, because it's virtually useless, since you already have an auto and a burst mode. The auto mode is 700 RPM, and if you guys like check on the guns menu and click on the gun, check on it, it will say 700 burst, 1000 auto, but that's not true, because there's no way this can be 1000 auto. It's only 1000 on burst, and 1000 RPM is really high for a gun. So yeah, it's really high for an assault rifle, one of the highest actually. So yeah, it's pretty good, and the 700 RPM is very stable, does not have any problems at all, and it's very easy to handle. But the burst mode, if you click on it too much, if you click too much on burst mode, then the recoil will become somewhat of a problem if you don't have the right attachments. So yeah, but if you have attachments equipped onto the gun, then I'm sure that'll be no. If you have the right attachments, I mean, if you have the right attachments equipped onto the gun, then I'm sure that won't be a problem, because the AK-12 already has little recoil and moderate recoil with burst mode, so it won't be a problem if you have the right attachments and you're using burst mode, so it won't be a problem. so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, guys, basically that's it. And now let's get on to the strategy. The AK-12, this gun, okay, this gun has an alright TTK. TTK also means time to kill, by the way, and RPM means rounds per minute. Basically like kilometers per hour and meters per hour or miles per hour. So yeah, it has an average TTK, but its maximum TTK is actually mediocre, but its minimum TTK is actually really nice. It's very nice and surprisingly nice for a starter gun. I mean, yeah. And it also has an alright bullet, bullet velocity. Not the best, but it's alright. So yeah, you don't have to worry about the bullet velocity because it's alright. So yeah, this gun though, it has an alright TTK, so it's not meant for close range, but you can use this gun in close range in an assault rifle. You can use this gun in close range, but I highly recommend you to use burst on close range because you can get the gun up to 1000 RPM and that's good. So yeah, and 1000 RPM is a huge advantage in close range. So yeah, be sure to use close range. Be sure to use burst in close range combat. And yeah, so it isn't the best in close range, but it's pretty alright in mid range because one, it has virtually no recoil at all. Second, it has alright damage. Third, it has alright muzzle velocity. So you don't have to worry about anything using this gun at mid range. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. It's very balanced, and definitely you should use it. You should use it at mid range for the best to bring out the best in this gun, to bring out the best potential in this gun. You should use it in mid range. This gun in long range is actually alright, but still not the best. But since this thing has a burst mode, that makes it easier to control in both close range and mid range and long range. So it is alright. Okay, it is alright using this thing in long range, but for using this thing in long range, I'd really recommend like a high powered optic or mid range optic, because as you can see, the optic I'm using right now is really not that effective since it has high muzzle flash. Actually, it doesn't really have high muzzle flash in other people's opinions, but I think it has high muzzle flash. And as you can see, the damage it does at range is not the best. Okay, it takes a large amount of time to kill the opponent at long range. And plus the muzzle flash is going to be it's going to be a big problem. So yeah. Now to conclusion. You should only use this thing at no, you can use that basically at any range, but the best would be for close range to mid range, unless you've got a high powered optic on the gun. So yeah. And basically, yeah, guys, that's it. And also, last thing I'm gonna do is just suggest the attachments. So firstly, for the optics, an optic like reflex sight is just fine. For like the most minimal recoil you can have possibly on the gun, which is basically like none. Oh my god. Then for the most minimal recoil, you should put a reflex sight or a red dot sight on it. So yeah, a red dot sight makes it have no recoil. So yeah, you should put a red dot sight or close range sight. But Z point is highly not recommended because the Z point is Okay, it's not the best. Okay, it's very okay. You'll see what I mean when you actually use the goddamn thing, because it's not good to use. Okay, just use a clear sight like this, like the reflex sight. So yeah, for long range, mid to long range engagements, put on uh mid-range optic, but beware though, the recoil is going to be worse when you put on mid-ranged or to long-range optic. So if you can, unless you can control the recoil, then use it on your own, at your own risk. But in my opinion, the recoil is not that bad. But still though, it can have recoil at such ranges. So yeah, you'll have to be a bit careful. So yeah, this is basically it about the AK-12. And if you guys noticed that my speaking's not very good right now, then the reason for that is because I'm playing while speaking right now, and I've been trying to do zips, trying to be doing this for ages. I'm sorry that I didn't upload yesterday. I had problems with my mic and all that, but basically, that's it about the gun. I hope you like the gameplay, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!